In a quiet green village, surrounded by wide paddy fields and singing birds, there lived a hardworking farmer named Ravi. Ravi was known in the village for his kindness and dedication to farming. Every day before sunrise, he walked to his paddy field with his tools and began his work. But Ravi was never alone. His young son, Arun, always followed him happily, and so did their loyal dog, Kutu. Kutu was a playful brown dog who loved running through the fields, chasing butterflies, and sometimes even scaring away birds that tried to eat the rice grains. For Aaron, going to the field with his father was the best part of the day. He loved feeling the soft mud between his toes, watching dragonflies flying over the water, and listening to his father explain how rice grows. At the edge of their field stood a large old banyan tree. Under the tree, there was a small natural cave formed by big rocks. Whenever the sun became too hot, Ravi and Aaron would sit there to rest. It was their special relaxing place. They would drink cool water, share lunch, and watch the golden fields moving with the wind. One bright afternoon, while Ravi was busy checking the crops, Arun and Kutu were playing near the cave. Suddenly, Kutu began barking loudly. "Woof! Woof! Woof!" He ran toward the side of the cave and started scratching the ground excitedly. Arun laughed at first. "Kutu, what are you doing?" he asked. But Kutu kept digging and barking. Arun became curious and walked closer. Maybe Kutu found something, he thought. So he knelt down and began digging the soil with his hands. After a few moments, his fingers touched something hard. It felt like wood. Arun's eyes widened. He quickly called out, "Appa! Appa, come here!" Ravi rushed over from the field. "What happened, Arun?" "I found something in the ground," Arun said excitedly. Together, they carefully removed more soil. Slowly, an old wooden box appeared from under the ground. It looked ancient and dusty, as if it had been buried there for many years. Arun's heart started beating faster. "A treasure box!" he whispered. Ravi smiled but looked curious too. They carried the box inside the cave and sat down. Aaron slowly opened the lid. He expected to see shining gold coins, diamonds, or sparkling jewels. But when the box opened, they saw something completely unexpected. Inside the box were small cloth bags filled with rice seeds. There were also a few old copper coins and a small leather diary. Arun looked disappointed. "Appa, this is not treasure," he said sadly. Ravi picked up the old diary and gently wiped away the dust. He opened it and began reading. It belonged to a farmer who had worked on that land many years ago. Inside the diary, the farmer had written many notes about farming, seasons, and caring for the land. On the last page, there was a message. Ravi read it aloud. "To the person who finds this box, the real treasure of this land is not gold. It is the seeds. Plant them with patience, work with honesty, and the earth will reward you more than any treasure." Arun listened carefully. He looked again at the small bags of rice seeds. Ravi smiled and said, "Shall we plant these special seeds?" Arun nodded excitedly. That very season, they planted the seeds across a part of their paddy field. Days passed, then weeks. Soon, small green shoots began rising from the water. The plants grew stronger and taller than any rice they had planted before. The field slowly turned into a beautiful sea of golden rice. The harvest that year was the best the village had ever seen. Their storage was full of rice, and they were able to help many families in the village too. One evening, Arun stood beside his father looking at the golden field moving with the wind. Kutu ran happily through the grass. Arun smiled and said, "Appa, now I understand." Ravi looked at him. The treasure was not gold. It was the seeds. Ravi nodded proudly. "Yes, my son. The greatest treasure is the land, the seeds, and the hard work we put into them." The sun slowly set behind the banyan tree, and in the quiet village, the paddy field shined like gold. Because sometimes, The greatest treasures are not the ones we find in boxes. They are the ones we grow with our own hands.